Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Daniela, and today I'll be doing an update for the 2024 Fantastic Ladies Pan That Palette theme, which is fun size, and it's all about smaller palettes. This theme was created by Jacki Lootens, and in the group we voted for it last year. The voting is pretty much done for next year. I'm not sure. I mean, I know pretty much who will win, but I think this will be one year where next year will be one year where I don't follow it. I don't know, it doesn't really resonate with me, but anyways, I'm not like a, one of those super satisfying panners for, especially for Pan That Palette. There's people will actually finish like a whole palette in a year. Like I've never done that, like at least a palette. Like I finished eyeshadows in a year, but not like a full palette. Like I have a light hand. I'm also not wearing makeup all the time. Especially this year, I haven't been wearing that much makeup, especially eye makeup. But even years where I wear a lot of makeup, I usually can't really get through a whole palette. So I had easier goals. I, mostly want to hit pan, although even that's proving to be hard this year, especially because I'm not wearing makeup that much. And yeah, I'll just go through it. So first of all, I'm working on these three palettes. They're from Natasha Nona. They're some of her mini palettes. I have some other ones, but these ones are the older ones I have. So this guy here is my oldest. This is the second oldest. It's one of my favorite. The mini nude is mini star, and this one is also one of my favorites. The mini retro. This one has the most overall use, really. Now for pans, these pans, these two guys were already there, so no new pans in any of my palettes, but I am getting bigger dips. I guess, I mean, I am a bit of a procrastinator. Like, in general, I haven't been wearing too much neutral eyeshadow, because, if I'm going for like a minimal makeup look, I mostly just skip eyeshadow. One thing too is like I work in software, and especially like going in the office, I don't really do that much makeup. Like maybe like a simple face, but like not like eye makeup. Kind of feels weird. I don't know. I guess it's just like the vibe. It's more casual and not really like, business, that business look or anything. Like, it kind of feels out of place. But yeah, so I just haven't really been wearing neutrals. I do really like pink, so that's why I mostly go into this guy. And yeah, and like, now that there's only like less than 2 months left in this year, now I'm kind of feeling like, oh, maybe I want to see some progress in these palettes. So I've started using them a bit more. But yeah, let's just get into like how much I've used these. Last time I updated this was a few months ago. So starting off with the mini retro palette. As you can see, I've got some really good dips in these guys. Like they're very close to pan. I mostly use my fingers because I really like the look with my fingers, but just with a brush, probably just a few more uses and I'll hit pan. This guy too. This is a bit more of kind of like that satiny look. Like this one I mostly just use a brush and You can see like it's pretty good dip, not as deep as these guys, but yeah, I'll mostly use it like all over the eye. And then these mattes, I really like them. Like this one's a bit more like kind of a rosy taupe sort of thing, but it's very wearable. It's definitely the sort of neutral I like. And then this gray, I really like it because it's not super harsh on for my skin tone. It's kind of like slight greenish leaning gray. I wore it the other day with some greens and it looked really nice. But yeah, like these guys have some wear. Like there's a slight dip happening in them, but I'm definitely not close to hitting pan. So I'm hoping that by the end of the year I can hit pan on these 3. So since the last update, I used this guy 4 times and now it has 11 uses. This guy I used 2 times since the last update and now it has 9 uses. This guy I used 2 times since the last update, now it has 10 uses. This guy I used 5 times since the last update and now it has 15 uses. And yeah, like it's definitely gonna take like, I don't know, more than 30 uses to hit pan in these 2. And then this last guy I used 5 times since the last update and now it has 8 uses. Like one of my go-tos if I need like a neutral or just going out casual look, I'll do these 2 together. After this, we have Star, the mini Star. Now, it looks like there's been quite a lot of change, but also it's because before I had scripted out just a little bit out of each, made some Frankens. I'll show those in a second. But I did expand this pan a little bit. And this guy, like it's the whole pan overall is getting shallower, but there's still a ways to go to hit pan. I'm now seeing a nice dip in here. It's still pretty shallow, but yeah, I still really like it. This guy too, very easy neutral shade. I was also using it as a bronzer. It works well for that. It's just kind of hard to use because of how small the pan is as a bronzer, but yeah, this guy I need to use more, which it's great for fall, so you just have to remember to use. So I used this guy twice since the last update. Now it has 5 total uses. This guy had 3 uses since the last update. Now it has 14 uses. So yeah, another one, still gonna be like 20 more uses at least to hit pan. Because it's definitely had like way more uses even before this project. This guy used twice since the last update, has 8 total. This pairing is also a nice one for easy going out days. This guy 2 uses since the last update and now has 10 total. It looks kind of scary in the pan, but it blends out really easily. So yeah, I do really like that one. And this guy only used it once. It only has 2 times total. But yeah, now that it's fall, it's really great. It's actually not this green toned. Like, once you put it on, like, it's a bit more like gold, just kind of gold leaning. So yeah, kind of, I want to hit pan in this guy at least, because I know these will be pretty hard to hit pan on. And, you know, at least getting a bit more use in this guy. This one, it seems so blue toned, but actually, like, it takes quite a bit to see that on the skin. Like, you see more of its base, which is brownish. So it actually works pretty well in, like, the outer, like, lower corner, or kind of, like, blending out into the crease. Like, kind of lose that shimmer, and just works well for blending out shadows. And after this, I've got the mini Nude. This guy also, no new pans. Already had this pan before. Mostly been focusing on this guy. You can see it's getting a good pan, but I'm mostly using my inner corner so that, you know, I barely use anything. Like it's a you know, pointed small brush, but even then, like, the pan's going slowly. I've also used this guy a bit with this guy. It works really well. And I've learned from this, I've learned that I really like red leaning browns on my eyes. Like, they work pretty well. So it's helped me lean into the reds. Kind of picky with reds because a lot of reds have that like more pinky base, and then that's kind of like a bit harsh and sometimes irritating, but if they're more like this, I like them. So I finally started using this guy, a little bit of a dip. So now it has 2 uses. Those are the first 2 uses on it. Then this guy I used 4 times. It was also the first time I started using this guy in this project. But yeah, another really hard pressed. Same with this, really hard pressed. Can barely even see anywhere. This guy I used 15 times since the last update, and now it has 23 uses. But it's definitely still gonna take more than 20 uses to hit pan. This guy used twice. It has 3 uses total, so slightly expanding that pan, but still a ways, you know, to go to even like see quite a difference. And then this guy I used 5 times since the last update, and I've used it 9 times total. So yeah, definitely need to be using these guys more now in the fall. It's a pretty perfect time for them. You know, maybe trying out like this red and this kind of like greenish gold, stuff like that. I've also liked, you know, pairing this with looks because it brings out the green, like when wearing with yellows and oranges and greens. But yeah, other than that, like not too much going on. The next update will be the finale, because you know it's a little bit less than 2 months left. So yeah, hopefully have some more pans, especially since I haven't had that many pans this year in total. So yeah, it'd be nice having some pans for the end of the year. For next year, I'm thinking of doing something pretty different from past Panda palettes. Most of the time, I've been going for like neutrals, especially when I was wearing makeup. That'd be more easy because, you know, you can use it in most looks. But my work's gone more remote now, so I can do more eye looks. Like I can play around a bit more with my makeup. You know, no commuting in the morning and stuff, and most of the time the camera's off, at least for now, so I won't have to worry too much about being seen with like blue eyeshadow. So I'm thinking of doing a kind of definitely a lot more colorful palette, especially just get me back into eye looks, you know, spark my creativity and such. So yeah, I'll be doing a colorful palette, and I'll be doing Pendo's eyeshadows again. I've done it before. I kind of took a break because I want to give love to all my collection, but I kind of want to go back into it for, you know, the creativity of it, you know. And yeah, so kind of excited for next year, but first of all, I want to get some more noticeable use in these guys, and then, you know, from there start something new. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll have more details down below from the creator and such, and you can see more close-up pictures on my Instagram. Thanks for watching. Bye.